Every day starts off the same.
Police fire dispatch.
People take their seats and log into the systems, but after that, anything can happen.
And you said it appears he's been stabbed?
Medic respond.
We get calls that range from everything from, I got a cat stuck in the tree to, we have a hazmat situation, we have a tanker truck rollover, we have a bad car wreck, we have a shooting victim. I mean, it can be all over the place.
Okay, I will get officers over there. If he comes back before the officers get there, just call us back, okay?
Our job is to keep them calm so that we can get the information we need to help our first responders know what they're going into.
On our end, on the firefighter side of it, when the dispatcher basically tones out a call from the dispatch center, there's certain things that happen in the station or in the engine that allow us to receive information on our mobile data computers, MDTs as we call them, or within the station with some of our alerting that tell us, hey, this is the type of call, this is where you're going. If the dispatcher's all amped up, excited about a call, that's going to make everybody that's responding get excited and amped up, and that not only gets your adrenaline flowing a little bit faster, but then could lead to some safety issues. So at the dispatch side of it, they really work on clear, concise, and calm communication.
You're trying to listen to the radio, you're trying to listen to the person on the phone, you're trying to input information in the computer. So all these things are happening at the same time.
We want to make sure that they understand when they call in that even though they're having the worst day possible, we're here to help them.
We have to make sure that we are in charge, kind of taking control of that call and getting the necessary information, because people that are really upset aren't really always going to provide the information on their own. So we have to kind of draw that out of them. So it's a lot of training goes into making sure that the call takers are able to establish a little bit of a relationship with the caller and get the information that we need, so we can make sure that we pass the necessary information on to the first responders in the field, so that when they're responding, they have the best information available.
All of our call takers and dispatchers go through an extensive training process. We continuously train to make sure that we have the best information possible to help us do our job. And that includes critical incident training with the best way to be polite, courteous, calm.
Even if it's the worst call that they've ever taken, they need to address it to the crews in the field that, hey, I've got this under control. Yeah, it's a bad situation, so that they don't get our guys all amped up. And then on the flip side, when our guys are responding in, we want to teach our guys the same thing to stay clear, calm, and concise communications with that, so that when they arrive on scene and the other units coming in, they don't also amp up all of our other crews.
The world of communications is changing. The technology is changing, the way information flows in, the way we get information out is changing, and we have to be constantly kind of on that cutting edge. And so that means additional training is always necessary. And the training aspect of it is really what's key, making sure that the information that comes in gets vetted properly, that we ask the right questions.
And no dogs or animals in the house?
Most people come into this thinking that they have a pretty good idea of what we do because they've seen some television programs or something like that, and they find out very quickly that it's far more demanding than they initially expected.
Dispatchers don't get a lot of appreciation because they're not out in the public eye. They don't, they're not driving around in a big red fire truck and, wearing a uniform with a badge on it and, getting pictures taken by the media all the time. They're really sitting behind a desk answering the phone, so nobody really sees them. And we want to really show our appreciation for the dispatchers and the supervisors there and the admin staff for what they do for us on a daily basis, because it is truly, if we didn't have the dispatchers, it would be difficult for us to get the calls.
It's a great team. Everybody pulls together. If there's a major incident going on, it's amazing how everyone just gels together and makes sure that everything gets covered the way it needs to, and the folks in the field get the response that they need to get the information that they need. And it's a very team-oriented approach. So I can't be more impressed.